nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have the consent agenda to consider. Do we have any items to be removed from the consent agenda? No. Under fiscal business, Russell?
I have just the bills and the bank reconciliation for this month. Other than that, that's in the consent agenda, so I have nothing else further for today, sir.
Okay. Anything from public comments at this time? Last public comment? Okay, moving on to new business under roads and parks. We have resolution 5212, which is a resolution that we're going to table until the next meeting. So there's a motion to table.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Mearsfall?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Okay.
Thank you.
And anything else under the road and park at this time, Scott?
No, sir.
Okay. Police Department, we have a recommendation to make a $14,074 contribution to the Warren County Drug and Task Force for this year.
Yeah, the task force is, Major Aerosmith was in the other day describing what all they do. There's no way I can fill that kind of personnel on our budget and so forth, and so it's a great savings to me as a police chief and participate in that. It remains at $1 per person for our population, and I think they kept it the same as it was last year, so there's no increase in that. So.
That's good. Okay. Anything else? I guess we probably need a motion to make that payment, that donation, or contribution to the drug task force. So, second.
Mr. Mearsfall?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah. And then we have a recommendation to authorize the chief to enter into agreement with Miami Valley Regional Crime Lab for investigation and analysis not to exceed $15,405 for the calendar year 2020.
And Mark is pretty short on where we get forensic testing done. Miami Valley Crime Lab's the closest, and it still remains a decent enough price to continue going there. So it pretty much has the market corner in this area. So the fee for this year is $15,405. That's a little increase over last year, but it's the previous year's usage. So we used the lab more last year, and they kind of catch up next year. It wasn't much of an increase, but it was a small increase.
Okay, so motion to approve this expenditure.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Mearsfall?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah. Anything else, Chief?
No.
Okay. Planning and zoning, we have a recommendation to set the public hearing date for March the 9th to consider text amendments. Jeff, anything particular you want to point out about that?
No, at this time, just wanted to make sure of availability more than anything else.
I'm sure the planning will be here. Let's see. That'll be the 24th, right?
Monday, March the 9th is actually where we can go to, so the evening meeting of March.
Okay. Okay, I'll be back. I'm going on vacation, but I'll be back.
Well, you know, if you didn't want to be back, this was your time to not be available. There's a text message.
Okay, is there a motion to set this meeting?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Mearsfall?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yeah. Hey, Jeff.
Sure.
Is this, do we have a copy of the text amendment? Is it in here?
Oh, I can provide one to you. It's not currently in with your agenda. I did notice that the memo, I had written the memo, but it didn't get into the packet, so I put the memo in your packet this evening. But I can provide that to you guys.
Yeah, why don't you tell that to me so we can prepare for that?
Well, yeah, I gave it to our law director. We've had some discussion. There's some changes that we think probably would improve the document.
Is this what we're going to talk about? I'm pretty sure it is.
For home occupation. Yes. So the zoning commission ultimately, 10 months ago, started on a process at the request of a potential resident. Hey, can I do this? And they said, okay, some things need tweaked. We've gone through the gamut of things. It is a diversion from where our current reg is, and we know where you guys as trustees stand on some of those.
Okay.
So we have the ability to tweak if you want to tweak, or go if you want to go, but there's a couple things that are in conflict that we were discussing here today, just to make sure that we don't put a section of the code in there that contradicts itself when we're going through things.
One of the things when you start pulling the thread, Mr. Wade, you realize.
Oh, yeah.
And so Jeff catches all these and is very good at, so we were talking about the right balance there. And obviously, it's for you guys to make the decision, not for Jeff or me, but simply to give you the options to understand that.
Well, we need to, I'm sure there'll be some questions on this one.
Yeah, I would assume. There was individuals that came to the zoning commission that had not come for any other reason than they read it in the paper. So, we had some good press of an activity and brought in some
Good.
folks, so
Good.
that was good. But I will get copies of the trustees.
Okay. Anything else under planning and zoning?
Not this time, sir.
Okay. Fire district, we have a recommendation to authorize the fire chief to pay our annual dues for the subscription to Lexipol software at the amount of $8,673.
Yeah, this is the company that manages our policies and procedures. We do expect for OTARMA to have the rebate that they offer every year, so we should recoup some of those funds.
Is there a motion to approve this expenditure for the fire department?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Muerswall?
Yay.
Mr. Wood?
Yay. And we have a recommendation to authorize the chief to purchase a 6 Panasonic Tough Book Model CF31 machines.
Yeah, these are the computers that we keep in the apparatus, and they're quite expensive, but they've got to be rugged so that they work regularly. They're on a 10-year replacement cycle, but we were able to get 13 years out of these 6 units, so we did get 3 extra years for excellent. Yeah.
Cost of $23,198, or a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Muerswall?
Yay.
Mr. Wood?
Yeah. And then we have the consent agenda, which we did not have anything to be removed, so is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Muerswall?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. Okay. Anything under staff reports?
I'd just like to thank Diane for 9 years of service. Consent agenda hasn't, her retirement effective March 25th, so.
Yeah.
Gonna hang out just a little bit more with us than she's gone, so.
Yeah, I called the other day and I thought she'd already officially, was taking vacation time and not gonna be here, but she answered it.
Mentally, maybe, I mean, she's
Oh,
still.
She's gonna play this, you're gonna play dead, we're gonna pay for that.
Pull her back.
Wow.
You just messed it up.
Yeah, the camera's on, you're in trouble.
Yeah, we appreciate her, she's been a great help for 9 years.
Oh, yeah, we'll miss her, that's for sure. Yeah. Anything else? Anybody have any comments under staff updates? Okay, so motion to adjourn.